Good afternoon. After the heat in western South Dakota today, will be mild tonight with clear skies, 70 Sioux Falls, 66 in Aberdeen, 75 in Pierre, and 68 in Rapid City. But tomorrow the heat is on. Sunshine, 98 in Sioux Falls, 93 in Aberdeen, 99 in Pierre, and 94 in Rapid City. The heat will continue into most of next week. We'll take a closer look coming up. KELOLAND's First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, KELOLAND News First at 4.
A Sioux Falls counselor is accused of having a sexual relationship with a patient, what we're learning from court documents.
Plus, it's been a summer of wildfire smoke across the Midwest. We look at what it's doing to our health.
And later, high school football players will take to the field across KELOLAND tonight. We'll show you which games we're highlighting for our KELOLAND Sports Zone straight ahead. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Dan Santella.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A longtime Sioux Falls counselor is behind bars, accused of having an illegal relationship with one of his students. 59-year-old Roy Conrad faces 6 counts of sexual penetration by a psychotherapist. He's scheduled to make his first court appearance on Monday in Lincoln County.
Court documents say Conrad convinced his victim that his physical touch would help her overcome her trauma. The alleged victim told investigators Conrad physically groomed her. She says it started with hugs, and then he started touching her stomach, which made her cry.
Court documents say last September, the victim's sessions with Conrad turned sexual. Investigators say they've obtained numerous cards and online messages supporting the victim's claims.
The Highway Patrol has released the names of the people killed in a fiery crash on I-90 near Sioux Falls. A Minnesota man and an Alabama couple have been identified as the 3 people who died Monday afternoon. Investigators say the Minnesota man's pickup sideswiped multiple vehicles before crossing into oncoming traffic and crashing into an RV. Both vehicles caught fire, destroying identifying features and documents. The Highway Patrol continues to investigate the crash.
A Fort Dodge, Iowa woman who pleaded guilty to the murder of her newborn baby is getting 50 years in prison. Last November, Taylor Blaha and Brandon Toma pushed the baby into the water in a bathtub, ultimately killing the child. Blaha said she was concerned about losing her other child if authorities found out about her drug use. Blaha has a chance for parole at 35 years. Toma pleaded guilty in July and will be sentenced next month.
Last night, the Minneapolis City Council voted to pass an ordinance creating a minimum wage for rideshare drivers. Now, this comes just days after Uber and Lyft threatened to pull their services from the city if the measure passed. Their proposal sets a minimum wage for rideshare drivers that is equivalent to Minneapolis's minimum wage at $15. It also sets new rules on how companies can discipline, terminate, or deactivate drivers. The mayor has expressed reservations about the ordinance, but has not said whether he will veto it.
Well, we had some sunshine today, but the wind was turned on.
Yeah, notice that humidity too. We have some smoke in the air.
A little bit of everything, I guess.
There is a little bit of everything, Dan and Kelly, and we broke a record in Rapid City this afternoon. Right now, temperatures are near normal in eastern KELOLAND at 83 in Sioux Falls, but we do have that strong south wind at 22 miles an hour. And in Rapid City at 101, the previous record was 94. Here is a look at our current temperatures. We have 108 in Phillip, 84 in Yankton, 82 in Watertown, and 87 in Mobridge. Eastern KELOLAND dealing with that strong south wind right now at 15 to 25 miles an hour. We have been seeing wind gusts of 30 to even 40 miles an hour. For this afternoon into this evening, we have a heat advisory in central and western South Dakota. And then for tomorrow, that heat advisory works its way into southeastern KELOLAND and into Minnesota. And right now we are dealing with that thicker wildfire smoke as well in the darker gray colors coming down from Canada. So for tonight, clear skies, breezy in Sioux Falls with a low of 70, 66 in Aberdeen, 75 in Pierre, and 68 in Rapid City. That heat picks up tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies. A stronger north wind does pick up as well. 98 in Sioux Falls, 93 in Aberdeen, 99 in Pierre, and 94 in Rapid City. But Sunday does give us a little bit of a break. 90 in Sioux Falls, 80 in Aberdeen, 84 in Pierre, and 85 in Rapid City. Sunday morning, we could see a few rain and thunder showers working their way through central and western South Dakota. We'll take a closer look at that in just a little bit.
Thanks, Megan. Well, firefighters in Canada are working to keep open the only route out of the capital of Canada's Northwest Territories as a wildfire moved closer to the city.
Tens of thousands of people were rushing to beat a deadline this afternoon to evacuate Yellowknife. Officials worried that strong winds could push the flames toward the highway that is choked with cars trying to escape. Some people have turned to airlines to get out.
We were there for 8 hours in the line, and then we were told to go home. And today also we have been here since 5:30 a.m. in the morning. But still there's no news. And also the officials are saying that if we have the choice, then we should go by the road. So I wonder whether we will get chance to board anytime soon.
Canada has had a record number of wildfires this year, with hundreds burning out of control. Well, this summer has been filled with air quality alerts due to the smoke coming from the wildfires in Canada.
Jonah Kaplan with our CBS affiliate Minneapolis looked into how harmful that wildfire smoke can be.
Goes beyond just a little bit of, you smell smoke in the air and it's a little bit hazy. It's like, no, it affects our everyday lives.
New data and research from Canadian health officials confirm the wildfire smoke is more than just annoying, it's alarming. Jeff Amy is an air quality specialist at Canada's Ministry of Health.
We know it's dangerous. We are starting to draw all kinds of health associations between fine particulate matter and health outcomes such as, the ones you would think about, cardiovascular issues. But there's an association that we're seeing with diabetes. There's an association that we're seeing with low birth weight.
In the U.S., air quality is measured by what's called the AQI, the Air Quality Index. It's a number between 0 and 500. The higher the number, the more smoke particles or other pollutants like ozone in the air. AQI is broken into 6 categories, reflecting the different levels of health concerns. When AQI exceeds 100, the air pollution is considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. If the AQI reaches 200, the air pollution threatens everyone. In 2022, the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, or MPCA, counted 259 days in green. That's nearly 9 months of the year, and just one day, the AQI exceeded 100. This summer, in just 6 months, we've already recorded 30 days in orange and 10 days in red. In Winnipeg, Manitoba, Jonah Kaplan, WCCO News.
After the break, we're going to take a look at the impact of President Joe Biden's summit with the leaders of Japan and South Korea.